welcome to PapastachePop, where we focus on all things pop, rock, and country. Woohoo! If you have a song request of your own, go ahead and click that link down below in the description part. It'll get you to the link page. Other than that, this is a cool tune. It's got kind of a Latin-y feel. It's good to break up the typical strum pattern and, kind of diversify ourselves. So, anyways, what we'll do is zoom in for a closer look and break it down. Alright, so that's kind of the feel that's going to be established in this whole verse part. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a B minor chord. It's the second fret from A to E with your first finger. Your second finger is going to be on the B string, third fret, and then the D and the G, fourth fret, with your ring and pinky. So one of the things we're going to do is kind of start the chord on the bass, but finish the little strums on the higher parts of the chord, meaning the higher strings. So you get that nice kind of pop, almost reggae, Latin-y kind of feel. So from there, what we're going to do is we're going to go to a G7 chord. Now, if you took this shape and just moved everything up a string and up one fret, you'd be there, right? So it's a typical major bar chord on the E chord down. It's like an E shape, right? You got an E major shape back here. What we're going to do is just take off our pinky, and that gives us a G7 chord. From there, we're just going to go down one fret, F sharp 7. Okay, so if you're not clear, we're going to go bar the whole third fret, and then we're going to go ring finger, 5th fret, A string, and then we're going to go G4. Hit all the strings. Okay, so for the strum pattern, right, so it's going to be down, mute, up, up, down, right? So you're going to start with 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then you're going to go right into the next chord and do 2 hits down, right? So we got right? And that's the basic pattern. Now, it only does that a couple of times, but I want you to get that rhythm ingrained in your head because that really doesn't change that much, right? So when we go down, up, so that next part, the next 2 chords, down, up, next chord. So what I did there is I go to F sharp, hit mute, so down, up, down, down, up, down, and then back to the. Right? So from there, what we're going to do is keep those same chords in mind, but on the third time through, after we go. So the next part's a little bit trickier. So third time through, we've gone. Now we're going to go E minor. Okay, so here we go. One more time. E minor. Now, from there, all I did, F sharp 7 to B minor. But now it's going to be kind of more like just a B without the major or minor. So what I'm going to do is just hit the middle 3 strings, or A, D, and G. Right? And I'm just going to go from B to D. Now we're going to keep this exact same chord shape and go back and forth. Now the little, I'll break that down. So we got, what I did was, so I go down, up, down, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, down, down, up, down, up. I can't do it. I can't break it down really slow, so I got. Okay, so. And that'll get us into the chorus. So let's review the whole thing. I know it's more one of those kind of watch what I do, not listen to what I do videos, but we'll go real slow in this first part and I'll break down the whole verse. So we got. Let's get into the chorus. So the chorus is a little more straightforward, nothing really new, a couple new chords in there, right? In different spots. We're going to do B minor. And then from there, I'm going to go E minor. So you can either use fingers 1 and 2 or 2 and 3. All that matters is the right fret. You're going to be on the A second, D second. You get to hit all the strings. From there, we're just going to go back to that F sharp 7, back to B minor. So the first little incarnation through. Now, if you're new to bar chords and that kind of stuff, I would suggest just doing this without the strum pattern, right? Just get the basic feel. One thing to pay attention to is some of the chords are very similar in fingering, although they're on different strings. So, from here to here, not a whole lot of commonalities, but once we get to F sharp 7, back to B minor, they're almost an identical chord. You're just dropping everything down a string and you're adding your pinky back on, right? So that's one thing to just kind of keep in mind. So, from there, it's going to have a second part of the progression, which is B minor, E minor, A major. So that's just second fret D, G, and B, A string down. And then I'm going to do D, but I'm going to do the open position D. So it's D string, open, and then on the second fret of the G and the E, and then my ring finger is going to be on the third fret B. So. So the first chord is just real simple. And then down. So I 1 up and then mute into the E minor. So we got. So that's down, up, down. Or the reverse, sorry. So it's down, up, down, down. You know, sometimes the hand, the brain, they don't communicate well together. So we got. And then I'm going to go do one last down, up. And then back. So if you notice, the first and third chords, same pattern. Second and fourth chords, same pattern. So we got. Second half. Now A to D. Right, so all together. And then it just goes back into the verse. Now there is a bridge, so maybe we'll get to that, but if not, right now, get that whole rhythm down and get those chords. It's a great just exercise and a great simple progression. It's a very common pop kind of Latin-y progression, but the feel. Right, make sure you're hitting the bottom parts of those chords so you can really hear the 7 part of the chord, right? Of course, the jet flies over when I'm trying to get the high notes in. Right, so you can really hear that sound. It gives it a really cool feeling. It gives it that kind of Latin flair to it. So, work on that. Alright, so let's take a look at this real quick. It's a B minor chord. 7th fret E to E barred with your first finger. Then you're going to have the 9th A, 9th D ring pinky. Now we're going to move everything down a set of strings. So you're on the A string, D string, G string, and then we're going to put our middle finger down on the B string 8th fret. Hit from the A string down. Now imagine yourself bringing your 3rd finger up and then making a C chord. So we're going to be 9th A, 8th D, 7th B, and then our pinky is going to get the G string 9th fret. Awesome little F7 chord right there. Okay, so sounds kind of tricky. We'll break it down slowly. That's the first part. Next part. Next part. right? So that last B minor chord and then starting over, the pattern is just a little bit different. So we got, right? And then right? So it speeds up, and it's kind of tough. I mean, it's not easy, but just break it down really slow. Now, one other kind of difficult part that comes up is at the very end. So it's business as usual. So the next chord, the E minors, and then we're going to go down, up, and slide down. So down, up, down, up, down. And you are done. All right, way to go once again. See, it wasn't that hard. It's kind of fun doing, different kind of feels from different regions of the world. Anyways, if you have a song request of your own, go ahead and click that link down below. If you like what you see, go ahead and spread the word. You have my permission to just post it everywhere, far and wide. That would help me out a lot. If you like hard rock, classic rock, psychedelic, metal, all that kind of stuff, Papastache 102 over there, same drill applies. Put in your, request and the link, blah, 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 blah. So as always, thank you for watching. Catch you next time.